What's up, guys? We've got a smaller slate today for the NBA. January 16th, Thursday, only 5 games, but I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun yesterday on that 11-game slate. We almost got the sweep with the picks over here. Let's take a look. Actually, let me pull that back up. Taking a look at these spreads. So, yeah, we ended up going with Onyeka Okonkwo over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He crushed that, 34. And then we took another Hawk, I think it's Vit Krejci, 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He crushed that as well, went for 20. Giannis, man, the matchup, we got the read right with the matchup. He matches up well against Orlando. The problem was Orlando just could not keep up, and this game turned into an absolute blowout. He went for 41, and he just sat there at 41 because he ended up getting pulled from the game. We needed him to go over 46.5. I was counting on Orlando to keep it a little bit more competitive, and that one just got away from us. But LaMelo Ball, 13 rebounds and assists. He cashed that for us as well, going for 15. In what ended up being an exciting game. Utah really held it together for how many guys they had out. So yeah, and then, I mean, it also helped a little bit that the Suns, traded for Nick Richards. So he was like a last minute, DMP. But still, you would expect the Hornets to be able to get that done pretty handily with so many guys out for Utah. But guys, we're so close. We're going to get this sweep. I've got 4 plays for you today that I'm pretty excited about. So I'm not going too crazy today, only 5-game slate, but I do feel good about this slip right here. I ended up throwing almost 3 units on it. But yeah, you guys play whatever you want, but I feel good about these plays. And once again, I have got 2 players from the same team. I mean, we did it yesterday on an 11-game slate. So on a 5-game slate, it's even more likely, but here's what I'm going to be rolling with. I like Cas Wallace for the Oklahoma City Thunder to go over 13 points and rebounds. We're going with Derek Jones Jr. Over 12 points and rebounds. Jaylen Williams over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then I like Tobias Harris over 19.5 points, rebounds. We're going to break it all down. Before we do, if you guys could do me a favor and just hit that like button, it really helps us grow these smaller channels that we just started, puts us in front of a larger audience, and it kind of triggers the algorithm. So do me a favor, hit that like button. If you guys have any questions, just drop me a comment. But yeah, it's a great way to support the channel, is just make sure you're subscribed, because I shared a demon slip yesterday. It was a long shot, but we got that multiplier up there super high. So if you guys enjoy stuff like that every now and again, make sure that you're subscribed, because I posted that to the community section of the YouTube. So you can keep an eye out, should pop into your feed or notify you. But let's talk about Tobias Harris. So this game should be actually, I mean, Detroit's been really cleaning things up. So I think this will be one of the more exciting games on the slate. 228.5 over under, playing in Detroit. Detroit favored by 2.5. And we'll see, but it's looking like Halliburton is not going to be playing in this game. He's listed as a game time decision, but according to the coach, he says it's unlikely that he plays, but they're not ruling it out yet. We have Benedict Mathurin out, Isaiah Jackson out for the season. Obviously, we have Aaron Nesmith, game time decision. And then on the Pistons side of things, Jaden Ivey is still out. So, I mean, I love this matchup for Tobias Harris. If you take a look here, points, rebounds overall, 21st in points allowed, 15th in rebounds allowed. And if we go over to the power forward position, it's super juicy. 29th in points allowed, 24th in rebounds allowed. I know that he hasn't gotten this done a lot over the last 5 games at this 19.5. But the dude is absolutely capable of grabbing a ton of rebounds. And what I do like is if you look at the last 5 home games, it's a much different picture. 4 out of his last 5, he's cleared it. And then the one against Golden State that he didn't clear it, he was 3 points, rebounds away. So 1 bucket, 1 rebound would have cashed him. And then if we take a look at the head-to-head, it looks great too. We're going to turn off the home games only and go head-to-head. He's cleared this 3 out of 4 matchups against them. Obviously, some of that's dating back to when he was still playing with Philly. But last time they matched up on November 29th, this game was 130 to 106, and he got it done. Went for 21. So let's go out here a little bit back to the last 5. So he's averaging 33.3 minutes per game, just 1 foul, playing a really clean game, 8.5 rebound chances, and that even seems kind of low to me because he's capable of really popping off. So he must be grabbing almost 100% of what's coming his way if he's only getting 8.5 rebound chances, but he's going for 7-8 rebounds. So loving that. 49% from the field. Still would like to see this come up a little bit on the attempts, 9.8 attempts per game, but these last 2 games he bumped that up to 12 attempts. And then shooting 41% from beyond the arc, 1.4 made buckets per game beyond the arc, and then 3.4 attempts. But let's go into the head-to-head and see what these numbers looked like more recently. Okay, so 34.5 minutes per game. Last time they matched up, he had 29 minutes, but that did turn into a blowout. And then let's see. Yeah, the attempts have gone down. But he was shooting solid. He shot 63% last time he matched up against them, but he just didn't need to do too much. We see he barely played 30 minutes. So yeah, that ended up being a blowout. I don't expect it to full on be a blowout, but if we've got no Halliburton, I know that spread is going to change and it's going to heavily favor, or not maybe heavily, but it'll be more than a 2.5 point spread there. But let's keep rolling. Actually, let me just pull this up real quick on Daily Grind, see what they think about this play. They like the points rebounds as the best play for Tobias on Prizepicks. 51.31% odds to hit the over, -124. And we've got some platforms like DraftKings bumping it up to 20.5. Happy to be getting that 19.5. But yeah, it's not heavily juiced, but I feel good about it going over. You could take the points, rebounds, and assists if you prefer. That's at 50.97% odds to hit the over, -122. But the reason I just like the points and rebounds is because that is a full-on 3-point bump to grab the assists too. And that is absolutely his cap, like every time he's matched up against them. I mean, I guess he had one game when he played for Philly where he went for 4, but more consistently, he's getting maybe 3 assists. Well, actually, that's just the last 5. So you could take the full PRA if you want. It looks like 3 maybe his floor. So yeah, if you want the full PRA, go with that. I'm comfortable with the points, rebounds as well. I must have read this wrong because the 3 assists a game, that's kind of his magic number, but he does have 2 over the last 5 where he went for 4 and 5. So there's a little bit of value there. And it is a soft matchup, 22nd in assists allowed. So go with your gut. I'm comfortable with both. So I like the value at 19.5 for the points, rebounds. And then, yeah, the points, rebounds, and assists actually does look pretty solid given what we just looked at. So yeah, they like them both to go over. They like the points, rebounds just a little bit more over at Daily Grind. All right, so Cas Wallace, dude's been getting solid minutes, and I feel good about him getting this done tonight. He's cleared this in 4 out of his last 5 games, and this is a low line. So the points, rebounds, I think we're getting this at 13 flat. Let me double check. Yeah, we're getting at 13 flat, and it's he's cleared the 13.5. I know that's just a half point. It's not that crazy, but still, you want to find as much value as possible. You know, look for the most value you can find when you're doing this. But matchup, solid, middle of the road for points, 16th in points allowed, and then pretty solid for rebounding, 24th in rebounds allowed. Last time they played, he had a pretty good outing. We'll take a look at the head-to-head. He went for 15 points, 2 rebounds, and then the time before that, 14 points, 3 rebounds. So back-to-back head-to-heads with 17. And we know this one was just on January 8th, just recently. So that ended up being a close game too, 129 to 122. Cleveland took care of business in that. And we're playing in OKC. So let's just take a look here at his last 10. Hasn't been as good back here, but the last 5 we see he's been popping off. Let's take a look at home games. It's been a little bit spotty as well. He did get it done last time when they played against Boston, but I think this will be a pretty close game, and I just don't think it'll be that difficult for him to get this done. Let's take a look here. 232.5 over under, and Oklahoma City's favored by 2. Now, we do have Hartenstein out in this game, so it's going to be interesting. Hartenstein is out, and we know Chet is still out. Who else? No one else too significant, but that is going to change the rotation just a little bit. Thankfully, they have Jaylen Williams back, not the power forward, but the center. So thankfully with him back, that they've at least got someone for that position, but I do think some of their key guys are going to be involved a little bit more. So I'm feeling good about him getting over this 13 flat. Yeah, the minutes have been solid. 32 minutes a game, 2.4 fouls, shooting 59% from the field on 9.2 attempts. So for the role he plays, 9.2 attempts is not bad. I'll take that. 50% from beyond the arc, 3.6 attempts per game, 1.8 made per game, and then 7 rebound chances per game, pretty consistently being in a position where he has opportunity to get boards. So I feel good about this. Let's take a look at daily grind for this play real quick. They like his rebounds and assists at 6.5 as the best play. They have it at a 51.3% odds to hit the over, -124. And then there's that points rebounds at 13. They like that to go over as well, 51.04% odds to hit the over, -123. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of platforms that are giving this to us at 13.5. FanDuel has that 12.5 if you want to go over there and play it, but 13.5. So I'm happy to get the 13 on Prizepicks, get that extra little bit of value there. All right, so Derek Jones Jr. Yeah, 3 out of his last 5, he's gotten this done. Going with the points rebounds, we got it at 12. It was at 11.5, then it bumped to 12.5, then they bumped it back down to 12. I was able to lock it in at 12. If you can get the 11.5, awesome. I think this is a good spot for him. If we take a look at the matchup here, it's a little bit tougher on points. 9th in points allowed to small forwards, and then 16th in rebounds allowed. But we know that Kawhi Leonard is out for this game. PJ Tucker still out. Danny Avdia is a game time decision, and then Jeremy Grant's out, Matisse Thybulle out. But yeah, no Kawhi, so could see a little bump in minutes, and he has a good history against this team. If we take a look here, yeah, he's 5 out of 6 matchups, and I know that this is all, no, yeah, it's not all with the Clippers. Some of it was with his old teams, but the last 2 times with the Clippers, he went for 17 and 19. And let's take a look at the minutes he played during those games. Yeah, 32 and 24.9. And both of those games, well, no, that first one. So this one was closer, 106 to 105, and he still got 32.7 minutes. But even in the blowout scenario, he still got almost 25 minutes, 127 to 105. But let's take a look here. I'll go back to the last 5. So lately, he's been averaging about 19.3 minutes per game, 1.4 fouls, not getting in foul trouble, 58% from the field. We know he doesn't get too active with the shooting, 6.6 attempts per game, 3.8 made buckets per game, and then 4.7 rebound chances. So this is just a nice low line, getting it at 12 in a game that I could see maybe turning into a little bit of a blowout, but it's not really too heavily favored. They are playing in Portland, 219.5 over under, Clippers favored by 7. So I'm feeling comfortable with this. I think that he's going to have a role, whether or not this turns into a blowout. But I mean, gosh, that game last night, what is happening to Brooklyn? That just turned into an absolute slaughter. But we know that he should be starting tonight. I think he started at power forward last night, maybe instead of small forward. But yeah, no Kawhi. He's going to have a role tonight. And like we said, the head-to-head looks great. So feeling good about it. Let's take a look at what Daily Grind thinks. Yep, they got that at 12 as the top play, 51.8% odds to hit the over, -128. If you can find that 11.5, I mean, that's great. Prizepicks may even adjust back down, which would be beautiful if you can lock that in, but I'll take 12. But I mean, that 11.5 is a -160 according to BetMGM. So that makes me feel great about 12 still. So 51.8%, I'll take it. They also like his rebounds and assists over 3.5, but it just doesn't seem to look like historically like it cashes as often. I'll show you guys, but you could jump to that if you want. Well, I guess the head-to-head looks solid. Yeah, I mean, geez, he did go for 8 boards on October 30th. So if you prefer that, it is just set at 3.5. You only need 4. He's done that in both head-to-heads this year. So if you don't want to rely on his scoring, you could take the RA at 3.5. Yeah, but they still like the points rebounds the best They also like his points, assists. So yeah, those top three they feel good about, but I'm rolling points, rebounds, and if I see that go back to 11.5, I'm absolutely making another slip. But I mean, I'll still take the 12. All right, last play. Jaylen Williams. I just like this play out of necessity because, the center, Jaylen Williams, I don't know which one they call J-Dub, but the other Jaylen Williams, he hasn't been getting that much run. So I think that this is going to be an SGA and a Jaylen Williams type of night. Some Lou Dort in there. And obviously we're taking Wallace, so we feel good about him too, but he's going to be like, helping complete the objective. But I think that Jaylen Williams is going to be a big part of getting this done tonight. And he's got a really great matchup here. Let me just double check here. Shooting guard. I think he's playing more power forward, isn't he? They have him listed as a shooting guard. I'm going to go off power forward. I'm pretty sure he's been playing the 4. Yeah, with Wallace at the 2 and Dort at the 3, but I'll double check him anyways. But if he plays the 4, he's got a soft matchup. 22nd in points allowed, 29th in rebounds allowed, 24th in assists allowed. There's expected value in this play according to Outlier. They got the little EV plus notification here. He has cleared it 2 out of his last 5 games, but I mean, when he played them head to head, he was heavily relied upon, and that was just on January 8th. He went for 25 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. So yeah, I think it's just going to be one of those types of games. Let me take a look here. We already covered it, but we'll look at it one more time. Where are you at? Okay, yeah, 232.5 point over under. Oklahoma favored by 2 points. So I'm going to be rolling J-Dub. We just looked at the head-to-head. I know that this is bumped up a little bit, but he's totally capable of going for 30, 32.5. I know it doesn't look great over the last 10, but I mean, I'm counting on him having to be a part of what they're doing tonight. And again, this head-to-head, he just went for 39. So go with your gut. You don't have to take this play. I'm feeling good about it, especially with no Hartenstein. I think he's going to have to be physical in the paint, grabbing boards, facilitating. I think it's going to be him and SGA having to really go all out tonight in what should be a fun battle. Let's take a look here. Daily grind. Yeah, they've got that PRA as his best play, 32.5. They have it at a 51.67% odds to hit the over. Is anyone bumping this up yet? No, that's all at 32.5. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some 33.5 before game time, but they have it at a minus 125. BetMGM has that at a minus 125. Caesars, that seems to be somewhat of the magic number for these bigger odds makers. They like this to go over. So they also, Daily Grind likes his rebounds to go over 6 at 51.18% odds to hit the over, minus 123. They like him to go for at least 2 3-pointers tonight, just barely. They have the 1.5 at a 50.84% odds to hit the over, minus 121. Yeah, so, and then the points, assists a little bit, but I'm just going to take the full PRA. I think he's going to be doing a little bit of everything tonight. So should be a fun match, and hopefully he can pop off again and go well over, 35 for us again. There was a note back here, I think for this Tobias Harris. I wanted to show you guys one more. That's his assists. We're taking the points, rebounds. I forgot to show you guys this note. So Tobias has exceeded 19.5 points and rebounds in 5 of his last 6 games at home. Yeah, we talked about that. We saw that it was at least 4 out of the last 5, but it's actually 5 out of his last 6, and then he had the one game where he just barely missed it. I'm feeling good about these 4 plays, guys. You can take whatever ones you want and discard the others. Let's see if I had to pick 2, if you guys just wanted a 2-man. Tobias is definitely in the mix. I'm probably thinking maybe a Tobias. I mean, gosh, I like all 4 of these. So I would say for a 2-man, maybe Tobias and it's tough. Maybe Derek Jones because Kawhi's out. Honestly, that's a good sign. If I don't even know, I'm just going to roll the 4, but you could mix and match these whichever way you want, but I would say my favorite is probably Tobias Harris tonight at the 19.5. So yeah, that's going to do it. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you like the video, show me a little bit of support here. I appreciate you guys. And then if you guys want to check out this app, Daily Grind, just use code BACKDOOR, and they're going to give you a month. I'm sorry, more than a month. They're going to give you up to a year. They're going to give you 25% off your first purchase. Just make sure you use code BACKDOOR. All the information is down below. And if you guys want to try out Outlier, all you have to do is sign up through the Outlier link below, and you don't need to put a code in or anything, and they're going to give you a week just to try this out, see how you like it. But guys, so much appreciate you tuning in. Good luck on this 5-game slate. We're going to really get after it on Friday. So yeah, I'm going relatively light on this small slate, but I'm excited for tomorrow. So good luck. We'll catch you on the Backdoor Fantasy Sports channel in just a little bit for some more picks.